This is Tramp Scotty, and here we are in southern Florida, and it's mid-February, so all us drifters are hiding out down here in the south. And I've come south here to visit Michelle at her camp, and we're going to do a little deal here called Gypsy Kitchens. Probably do some more in a while. And you know, Michelle's been on the road for 6 years. She travels alone most of the time. She's been in this spot for about a week. I got here a night or two ago to visit her. And she's found this old abandoned alligator park. They say it's been abandoned for 50 years. I'd guess more like 30 or so. And it's a very beautiful place. And what we are here is in the jungle. We'll get to the food in a minute. I'll talk about that in a minute. But we're here in the jungle. And if you look around, we have a tree back there full of vultures. We have coconut trees here. We're going to have one of the coconuts out of the trees here with our food. There's all kinds of animals living in here. And if you look back here, you can see that there's an old alligator pond. That's where the alligator pond was. We take a look in the house over here. We see Michelle's little dog, Tulane. He's a homebody. He's all hanging out in the house. And one of the things what we're going to get into today is Michelle here is an extraordinary cook or not cook. She's kind of a vegan, although not completely, and she cooks these really unusual foods. Let's take a look back here at her camp. And I've seen her work for vendors. Her food's very coveted among people who've ever eaten it. I've seen her work for vendors who will buy her food and then let her cook on the clock so that they can get to eat some of her food. And we're going to show how she eats so well. I'd like to point out, and I've already asked her, that Michelle is 54 years old, and she's on the road doing all this stuff. And so here we are at Gypsy Kitchens, and I'm just going to film her. We'll see what we get.
Okay. So people ask me how I eat well, because until I started doing this, I didn't eat well. There's Jack in the Box, McDonald's, and all kinds of fast food restaurants that's just not healthy. So this is what we're eating today. This is the meal we're eating today, and I've already prepared one dish. This is for Scotty, Tramp Scotty. So I made a sauce, and this is my little chef in here, and what it is, it's a little food processor that doesn't require a power. I just do this, and I just do that, and it chops the food. Now the sauce I've made is tahini, preferably raw tahini. This is not, and it was a gift, and I don't mind. Some extra virgin olive oil, cold pressed, not heated. Bragg's aminos. There's some onion, some garlic, some ginger in there, some lime. So that's the sauce that we have, and that's put over. What I have in here is some squash. And this little thing is a spiraler.
Hold it up to your face.
Some squash. And so this is what the sauce goes over. Now I use also sweet potatoes. And what this does is it spirals it into little spiral-like noodles. So today I'm calling it fusion Thai, hobo Thai. So I use that for a few dishes I make anyway. So because I'm using tahini, which is like peanut butter, I'm calling it Thai. So here we go. It doesn't get the last piece, so I always eat it. Here's my plate. I'm going to put some of my noodly stuff in there. It works better with sweet potato, but I don't have sweet potato. This is absolutely delicious. I make this food for people, and they want to travel with me so they get to eat it. Some of the other people travel. Now here's the sauce. Put the sauce right on it, which is delicious sauce. I've already tasted it. I'm talking with my mouth full. Sorry, Mom. So, there's some sauce. I grated some carrots earlier so that it can have a little color for y'all. Put some more in here. And some carrots. Now, I have a lovely avocado. I will just want to slice some up in there to add a little bit of fat to the diet. Now, the trick to being full on raw food is you want to get as many flavors involved, and avocados are good, or any fat. Like, it's got olive oil in here, so fats are filling and also burn energy. And when you're eating raw, it doesn't matter how much fat you eat, because you're not eating all that processed food, which I don't believe is healthy, and I'm somewhat of a health nut. I do cook food. at times, and there'll be a time I'll go over that too, for those of you who want to cook on the road. But this is, I'm calling this raw on the road Gypsy Kitchens. We got this coconut earlier. I shucked it out of the little coconut shell here.
Out of a tree, one of the trees around here.
Yes, it fell down. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to dump the milk, the juice in here. There's not much of it. It's just a little coconut. I should have put it in the sauce. But we're also going to have some of this coconut with our meals, just because it's nice. So we have, coconut is high in fat. The coconut juice has a lot of electrolytes in it, whatever that means to you, I don't know. But I'm just going to do this much so far for the film's sake. And then the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you on my bike where I keep all this stuff. Oops, put it in the wrong thing. So we'll walk over here to my bike. And I have a Gypsy kitchen mess to clean up after. But over here in my bike, I have a little area where I keep my utensils. The next thing that's going in there is going to be a juicer. I'll get back to you on that one. So there you have it. Now I'm going to present Scotty with a dish for him to eat, and he can tell you how it tastes.
I don't really need to tell you how this stuff tastes because I eat it all the time, and well, whenever I get to be around her, and she's never cooked anything that sucked. Michelle is probably the only drifter woman I know. This food seems to keep her in very good health, and it's really great when I get to eat it. And she lives exclusively off this bike here with her little dog. And I think we'll probably be doing more Gypsy Kitchen stuff. She cooks a variety of some of the stuff she actually does cook. And for now, say goodbye, Miki.
Bye,
Gypsy.
Ad-lib.
Gypsy, yeah, of course. It's Idiot with a Cam Production again. Michelle is known by her friends a lot as Miki, so sometimes they call her Gypsy Miki. Bye, guys. Bye.